Tomo, FA Cup third round weekend, always a special date on the calendar, special competition, and the competition you made your debut in 4 years ago. How do you look back on that game at Chorley?
It was something about then, a bit of a weird one really. Obviously during COVID, so all the young boys had to play, which was good, but it was a tough game on the day. You know, conditions were bad, I remember, but obviously it was nice to make your debut. Bit of a weird way to make your debut, but it was nice, but disappointing result.
I was going to say, it's probably not quite the circumstances that you dream of making your debut in, was it?
No, it was something unheard of really, wasn't it? You know, didn't expect to be thrown in. None of the lads expected it. I don't think the coach at the time did. You know, was training in different facilities. I remember, I think we trained at a school or something, I can't remember exactly. But the circumstances were weird, but it was good for us and good for the development really. So yeah.
When you look back on it, was it a big step for you, that first appearance, that debut?
Yeah, I'd say so. In terms of who we were playing against in Chorley, you know, non-league team, we went into it knowing it would be a tough game because of the conditions. You know, it levels it out, and it was that was my first team experience, I'd say. So yeah, I learnt a lot from that day, definitely.
And your first senior goal came in the FA Cup against Torquay a couple of years ago as well. Not a bad goal from what I remember.
Yeah, left foot, I remember. Yeah, that was a really proud moment, and it was a good moment when I remember.
Is this a competition that you've always sort of looked on the calendar for, the FA Cup?
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone does. It's another game, you know, a chance to play against some big teams. And it's a great cup to be involved in, obviously. It's famous for that. It's famous for upsets and all of that. So, yeah, it's something myself and I'm sure the lads look at and all excited to get going and see what we can do.
I know all of us off camera in the room feel a little bit strange this week because after the intensity of the Christmas period, having a week between games has sort of felt like quite a long time. Have you been glad of the break?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've needed it. It's been a tough month. You know, we've obviously not got the results. So I think another game in the FA Cup is a game we want to win. We need a performance to go into the next league game at Pride Park against Watford. So it's important that we, you know, sort of put things right in this game, and it'll be a tough game. You know, they're in excellent form at the minute, aren't they? And so it'll be a tough game.
I know you've been disappointed with the results, but you must have been pleased on a personal level with how many minutes you've had since coming back from injury.
Yeah, really pleased. You know, it's obviously a step up from League One last year, and I knew it was going to be tough, but really pleased with my involvement so far. You know, it's tough with the midfield, well, every position, but especially midfield at the minute. You know, I know players are out injured at the minute. David's got to come back, and the squad depth's big this year, so everyone's fighting. But happy with my contribution, and just want to keep adding to that.